Hi guys! Hi, I'm Millie T, and welcome to Modded Minecraft with Millie T. Thank you for joining me today. Alright, video number 2 of the Modded Minecraft Tour. Welcome to Spawn, X-Life Spawn. Now this beautiful quilted, carpeted fort I built on our server that I was sharing with some friends. And I built this awesome fort to make it easier for any of my friends to come and just hang out and have a quick place, a safe place. It's well lit up. Tons of different mods. Making these really cool, pretty glowstone bricks to all the quilted squares, flower pots, and all of it. And I think, well, you might not be able to hear it. There's villagers in here. That's why there's so many golems walking around at the moment. But this little fort, and I do have a flight ring too on this game, was spawn. So I started planting wheat fields. I built all sorts of different goodies. Lots of different things that people could... I have my turtle. Everything that everybody could like come grab some things, get ready to prepare on their journey, have a place to be safe, be able to mark your spawn point, to be able to come back if necessary, or if you warped here you could warp out back to your home super easily. There was different, take what you need, like little quick return scrolls and all sorts of stuff. So this castle, I'm just going to give you a really quick tour. There's not too much here. There's a little deep pool that I built. I don't know why it was there. Kind of like a water source when I was doing all the planting. There's a crafting library, like an enchanting library, books and candles. There's cicadas around here somewhere. I hear them. Oh, there he is, blue. There's all sorts of other little crafting tools, some base blocks if they needed it, bows and arrows if we had to defend our fort. We could come up to the top and defend our fort from raiders. Of course, none of my friends really came to do that, but it's okay. I also set up a bunch of villagers for trades. And they roam, they're free roaming. There was this bed. I was going to try to get them to breed, and it's not working. I like to fiddle around with different types of open roam villager concepts. So this particular one, so the main area of the fort is very small. It's kind of small. They started to spawn cats now, so that's something, and golems. They just don't breed yet. But we've got a kitchen area. And then there's a kitchen table area. And then up here is where they are. And there's a couple farmers up here. Librarian. A couple more farmers and stuff. So there has been one new guy. I only put 2 of them in here initially, so a couple of them are... And if you notice, I've pulled them from all sorts of biomes. So I've got a savanna one, and a taiga one, and a prairie one. So yeah, anyway, so, excuse me, pardon me. So this is our spawn region. And then I'm going to take a quick flight to our main area. So spawn castle took a while. I did a lot of traveling when we first logged into this server, trying to find a good place to stay, because as you see, this is a pretty big prairie biome. There wasn't a lot here. Oh, you can see the last time I logged in, it was Halloween. I want you, Skelly. Nope. Ah! I don't know what I'm going to use him for, but... So this... Follow this path in, and this is our main area. Well, one of the main areas. I'm going to go kind of skip over this first, and then I'll come back to it. Because my very first house on this server, I call it the Blue Beach House. The Blue Beach House, grown in a flower forest. Is my very first, this is my house that I built, and of the 2 desks that I've had on this server, they were both building the roof on this thing. It's a common theme with me. Got a nice big porch, got lots of cool little plants and decking and a welcome mat. This is all my storage. Again, I don't do huge storage areas. These, though, are really cool mod because they're as big as a normal 2 double chest, but they can store, but they only take up 1 square, so it's deceiving how much more stuff can fit into those. So then we have all of our smelters and different crafting items and plants. Got my aquarium and my cats and my kitchen. Then you come up here, and I kind of made it like a cottage house, sort of like you come to the beach and all you do is pretty much hang outside in the beach. You don't need a lot of room for anything. So we've got a little study area, and then you got the little bedroom, and these are all my cute little hedgehogs. And then a window that looks out, and then the bathroom. Automatic closing door. The tub, sink, bathroom cat, because you know, cats always follow you into the bathroom. And then up above, more storage. Some of my Disney hats. So that's just the upstairs. This is just a quaint little house. It's not huge. This is my reminder of things I need to finish. And I will show you this. This is an earlier portion of my mega build that I have, and then a little later, and it looks a lot bigger than it is on the photo. But I'm not going to show it to you today. There's going to be too much on this area, and then I'll do a whole nother video all to just show you that. Down here, we've got a little sitting room. This lets out onto the beach, and then I've got my wolves, and I haven't named him yet, I realized earlier. We'll leave that open for now. So this was set up for my birthday. The last time I really played a lot was back about 6 months ago. You can see the ridiculousness of my sugarcane. And I wanted to have a party, so lots of goodies. And a cooler with some ice cream and steaks for grilling. And as the sun sets here, here's a little outdoor view of my beach area. And I built these, these palm trees I grew. They're part of the mod. So we'll go back in here. And of course, every Minecraft needs to have a secret layer. So again, in my dark, evil crafting room of hiding with my enchanting setup. This is, I think, a level 40 enchantment room. Do I have anything I can enchant? Let's see. Yeah, so this can go up to level 40. It's capped at 40 on this world, which is silly. I also went through the ridiculousness of building these ultimate mob farms. Now, just to give you an idea of how much work goes into an ultimate mob farm, I was curious when I first got this mod. Every one of these takes 2 of these, which takes 2 of these, which takes 2 of these, etc., etc. So by the time you're by base wooden mob farm, you need like, I don't know, it was like 124 or something ridiculous, and it takes all of that. So it takes a lot of work to do. I wonder if he'd look like a skeleton with a pumpkin head on. Oh, he does. Cute. And it drops bones, it drops whatever the mob drops at a ridiculous level. We're gonna put you in there for now. But I appreciate you having a pumpkin hat. So besides the enchanting setups, we've got tons of spawners, because you can silk touch spawners in this game. I'm going to go to bed and get it daytime real quick. Now I do have a wand that can switch it back and forth, and I'll do that for the rest of this. But I don't want it to rain. I already had to reset it from raining earlier. Be careful out there, you'll get poked on those cactuses and die. I've seen it happen. So we're going to come out here onto the porch. This is my waystone and the back of my house. And then this is Lizzie's LD Shadow Lady's flower breeding mod again. This is Java Edition 1.114. You can find all of these mods, X-Life mods, on CurseForge. This is every single one. And then, so then I built my barn, which I love a lot. It has all sorts of weird and wonderful animals. There's Bonesy. I am legitimately, like, all the other skeletons killed each other and their bone horses, but I saved one. Chickens, of course. More dogs. Another giant bull, which I killed one before I saved that one. This is my sheep farm. I only need one at a time, honestly, because that produces enough wool for me that I need. So the upstairs area. And this is also a chicken farm. So it produces all the eggs and also feathers that I could ever want. So you can see Ferdinand in this game as well. And then I made a rainbow petting zoo. So we got piggies. Denzel Door. It's another cute fire foxy. Got our, what are those called? Moo blooms? Moo blooms. Couldn't remember that on my last video. Regular cows, reindeer, and different kinds of llamas. I do not, oh, I have foxes in this one too. So down under here, come down here. So we have the pathway, and this wraps all the way around. So this wraps down to the beach down there. And then there's this area, the boardwalk area. So again, this is the beach house, so it has the boardwalk and all the pretty little like ways to sit out. You can go fishing. I thought about building a boat out here one of these days, like a sailboat. This is one of my pets. This is my hobbit hole. My first and only one I've tried to build, and it's not even finished. That's another one I need to finish. Another doggy. This is all mining. So this is my mining entrance. So this lets down into my mine, which I'm not going to bother to show you because it's a mine. And then up here lets you into this big doorway, and I love this. I've never figured out what I'm going to do with it, but I love the look of this with the blue and being able to look out. And with that modded glass. And this is a door down to an underwater porthole that you can see under the ocean. And again, this is another one that I've never finished, but I really like the look of it. And I have, obviously, can do water breathing and stuff, and I was starting to work down there to make a cool like base or something down there, but I haven't gotten that far. This was a doorway, but I got shot with a whole bunch of pillagers, so that's why that's there. Now, on the other door, which I didn't share, and I'm sure you could hear them, is my fox. All my foxes. The red one and one of the white ones are wild still. I think Snowy is the original one. The rest of them are tamed, more or less. And this is my brewing, very base, like level 15 or something less enchantments maybe. And a clear chest, which I think is really cool. So yeah, nothing too fancy on that one. This goes nowhere. So that is another desk area. Kind of like, this is the mining office, and then they have all the foxes and such. So this is my main area. This is my area myself. And then if you head off this direction, my husband's build is off this way. So we'll kind of just peek at it. I'm not going to take a lot of time. There's more pumpkin mods. We really haven't played since Halloween. So this is his base. Creepy baby. I forgot about those. This is a skeleton spawner that I helped him fix up a little bit. Just a quick overview. I pretty much redid the house, to be honest. Just a quick, just some books, a fancier bed, some silly shoes on the floor, water flask, creeper face. And then he has this actual enchanting area and a little bit of storage. He didn't play a lot. Now I always thought about joining up our two areas, but never quite got around to it. Mostly because I was working on all of this. So this is my farm. Now we're going to head back over to what I built next. So the next thing I did was the windmill. Now, even though I have this flight ring now, when I built this ridiculous structure up here, I did not. And it's actually a double zombie spawner, and there's villagers in the tower, and that's why all of these iron golems are everywhere. This is Zombie Mills. And there's a zombie spawner in here. And then there's a zombie spawner in here. And they flow out of the zombie spawner. They come down the path. You can kind of see them. This is why I call it a mill, because they come down. You can see them go. It's kind of like a conveyor line. So they come in, and then they go up the chute, and then they drop down into the windmill. And then you come down here. We've got all the fancy swords, and you have where the zombies are. And then when you have enough zombie flash or enough kills, you have your villagers up here to trade with. And there's like a mending villager. I think he has Knowledge of the Ages, which is a enchantment that changes all zombie mob drops into experience. And then he's mending for 10. Not too bad. It's like, it could be a 1. Could be cheaper. So yeah. I don't have my fanciest sword on me right now. You are looting, though. I will show you how. So yeah. And that isn't even like the high mob count, so I have a sword in here that is crazy good for mobs. Yeah, so if you didn't notice, I was at 100 and... Let's let a few more drop. Yeah, 129 to 35 just now. Because mods. Safety shield. And there was an instruction book on how to get your experience. And then once you were done with the experience, you could come on over here to the library. And I built this next. There's also a portal room, which I sealed off just to kind of keep it safe and sound from, you know, piglins or hoglins or anything running out of there. I guess hoglins didn't exist in this game, but zombie piglins did. And then this is our 150 level enchanting setup. And then this was a lower level, but it could be even lower if you move these switches back. So a person who is starting here for the very first time could switch it all the way back and do very base level enchants, and then just could go up from there. And then all the extra weapons and tools and things like that, like enchants that I had extra, I was storing in here. And I like the way this one turned out. It's a very simple hallway structure. It's definitely not as fancy as the library I have in my personal game, but it had a whole bunch of nice things. Oh yeah. On this X-Life, for some reason the Dirt Chest 9000, if you try to make it, it like glitches out and will make copies of itself. Like to eternity. It's crazy. I had to like burn it with lava. Wait, do I have a bed in here? I do not. Oh wait. Alright, wands are beautiful. So then after that, I built my coffee and bubble tea. You're gonna make berry smoothies and all sorts of things. Bubble tea, cafe lattes. Out the back door there was a field where all the items were that you needed to harvest it to make things, make these smoothies with. And I think, was this where I had them? No. This is like the coffee brewing area. For a short time I had a snowman in here for ice, and then, oh, I forgot that was in my house. But then he melted away, so I don't think he was in the right biome. I'm like in a too warm of a biome for that. So then following down this road was Withering Heights and the Skeletal Silo. And Withering Heights is my room for killing the Wither. The Wither. Enter here to kill Wither. Be careful. So I had instructions. It says stand here until first explosion, then slash away. Place soul sand starting 3 blocks back. So it's a very simplified room. A little more simple than the one I had before. And I'm not going to show you how to do it, but you'd put all your wither skull and stuff like that and get your nether star and other items. So you'd build him, run back there, wait for him to explode, and then slash away. Perfectly safe. Wither can't move, can't explode you. You just don't want to run into him. You just want to slash at him and you're good. And then one more XP station, which I wanted to build, which looks like a familiar thing, obviously. Is there a skeleton spawner? So I built a skelly spawner, put a skeleton spawner up in here in the middle, made it look like a tower, and decided I'd have a single drop chute instead of it going up and then down. He actually starts there and goes down. Now obviously in real Minecraft, unless they spawn in mountains in 1.118, you'll probably never be able to tear a mountain down. You probably would never be able to do that, but in grab loot. Obviously in this kind of game, it's going to be super simple and easy, and you get all the bones and all the arrows and all the bows and bones and everything you ever need. So I made this area so that you could make books for yourself. You could make there's sugar cane. There's all the zombies, and we have a zombie flesh to leather thing. And just all the fun little like bits and pieces. And then take you over to a couple of the other builds. This is one of my other friend's builds. So she didn't go off too very far. She kind of wanted to stay into the center of things too. And this is her build. Very nice and purple. Not too much happened. There's a cow in here. I gave her a totem. She's never been back to use it. And then just a bed area. I didn't build any of this, but I did put a grass block up here so that she could have an area to put items because she was scared to death that she was going to die. I think I still missed some dirt there, but that's her house. Very simple. And that's my row of trees I was using for farming. Yeah, so very simple. There are a few other builds on this server. We're going to wrap up here very shortly. I did want to leave it at about half an hour. We'll come past our main area. And as I said, I'm not going to take you to my mega build today. Well, that'll take a half an hour in itself just to kind of go over. But what I will take you to no, I guess I don't have it any. No. Where was it? Was it this server? Maybe it wasn't on this one. Now I can't remember. So we had spawn here. This is where I'll take you later. Oh, my other friends. The Sakura Forest. This is the last one I'll show. So this one is my other friend's Japanese-inspired build. And there's not a great view of it. And the last time she logged in was probably 6 months ago. So she had built this little Japanese-inspired house. And I decorated it for her. She's got a little storage room. It's got her little bedroom, little brewing stand area. Very simple. And then she had her little field over here. Some flowers. And just a very simple little Japanese house with the shogi screens. Ooh, I gotta be careful. I didn't realize there was a creeper right there. So yeah, that's all my friends and mine main builds. Obviously, I will show you the mega build next time. It's still in progress too. Hopefully I'll get it done. And we'll say, did I never name any of you? Seriously, I probably have a bazillion name tags on me and I didn't name any of you. I have a disconnect, obviously. Alright, so. This is what I will show you next time. It all started, and you can kind of see it from the photo. It all started with me finding a witch's hut. I will say that for next time. Thank you all for watching. And I appreciate you coming on this long tour. If you made it this far, thank you for coming on this long tour of our ex-life. Me and my friends. And I will see you next time on next Modded Minecraft with Millie. Bye!